Revenge films.
A woman who moved out of my neighborhood recently stole from me. Things unraveled from a phone call that I received. It was my Uncle Ben, who had worked at an insurance company. This is the gist of what he told me.
A woman here is saying that she plans to switch insurance companies and wants a full payment of all your family's investments thus far.
Our entire family was insured by this company because our relatives ran the company. But a woman who claimed to be a representative was there to cancel our family's insurance. We didn't have any plans to do such a thing and never signed over legal rights to a representative. It must be some sort of mistake.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Let me double check for you.
That was all for that day, but I received a phone call from the police that evening.
A woman who claims to be a relative is here with a copy of your insurance policy and other paperwork. But does this ring any bells?
They also told me that they got a call from the insurance company. That person who claimed to be a representative kept switching her story, and in the end started saying that she was my relative.
When you say relative, what is your exact relationship with Jenna?
I am the daughter of one of Jenna's father's siblings. Uncle Ben was suspicious of this answer and immediately called the police. My father only had one other brother who was Uncle Ben, so he immediately knew she was lying. Uncle Ben notified the police and continued to pretend to ask for more information as he waited for the police to arrive. After hearing that, I got concerned and went to check the safe where I kept important paperwork and valuables, but the key wasn't where it was supposed to be. I was in a panic as I got the spare key from my husband's room and opened it up. When I opened it, a bunch of stuff that was supposed to be there was gone. I looked further and found the envelope where I kept my insurance policy papers, and the paperwork was empty along with the other related paperwork. Not only that, but other valuables, also including my engagement ring and other important things, were missing. I was panicking over the phone and the officer calmed me down.
Calm down, miss. Try not to touch anything. We'll be there soon.
Yeah, but... oh no, it's all missing! What? Why? I was completely panicking.
All right, I understand, miss. Calm down. Take some deep breaths, okay? There you go.
I finally got a hold of myself and waited there for my husband and police to arrive. After a while, they arrived and started taking prints and pictures of the safe. They proceeded to ask me questions about the contents of the safe and so on. While I was answering their questions, I found out who the woman was. When I heard the name, it shocked me. It was Karen, a woman who'd recently moved out of my neighborhood. Karen had moved out with her family a few days ago, and I heard rumors that she had a habit of stealing things and had been caught stealing valuable items from one of the neighbors, and was pretty much kicked out of the neighborhood. I remembered the rumors when I heard her name. I'd never been very friendly with Karen, and although I knew that she was in a neighborhood, she didn't live very close. And I would see her in neighborhood meetings once in a while, so greeting her when I saw her was pretty much the extent of our relationship. She'd only been in my house a few times, and when she came over the other day to tell me that she was moving away, it was just a quick greeting. So I was shocked to hear that it was her. I found out later that Karen had snuck into my house a week ago and had opened my safe and stolen everything in there. That was scary to hear because I hadn't seen her or let her into my house over the past week. I explained that to the police.
She must have broken in while you were gone.
It seems like she had checked where I had kept the valuables and where I hid the key in advance, and her prints were found in various spots around the house, which showed that she had been in my house multiple times while I was out. Her prints were not only found in the rooms, but also in our closets. It seemed like she searched every corner of the house for things to steal. After opening my vault, she stole the contents and used my bank card and information to try and withdraw my money. But when she went to the banks, they asked for identification, which thankfully she didn't have. She told them that she forgot her ID and left, so the withdrawal ended up failing. She took my ring and other valuables and sold them off to a pawn shop for cash, but it wasn't enough. So she thought that she could cancel my insurance to withdraw my insurance premium funds that I had reserved. So she went directly to the company of the written address to cancel my insurance, which was where she ran into Uncle Ben. But it was an unusual contract to try and cancel, especially through a representative. And that was why my uncle decided to double check with me. When Uncle Ben was pressing her for answers, she had lied to his face, saying that she was my cousin, and that's why he decided to report it to the police. The police arrested her for multiple crimes, including theft, forgery, and property damage. When she was brought in for questioning, she still had no clue that the man she was speaking to at the insurance company was my uncle, and continued to claim she was my relative. She kept repeating how she was my relative and how she was my cousin, and the police got fed up with her insistent lie.
That's not possible. That man you spoke with at the insurance company today is Jenna's father's only brother.
After hearing that, Karen went pale and admitted to everything. Karen's husband and parents arrived quickly after that to my house to make excuses. She says she didn't mean to steal anything. She just needed to borrow some money because the moving expenses ended up costing too much, and she was planning on paying you back.
We'll compensate you for everything. So can you retract your police statement, please?
What she did was criminal. This is what the judicial system is for. Of course you'll pay me back for the damages, because the law requires you to do so. But I will not pretend like none of this ever happened. I refused to comply and proceeded to sue her for damages. I had them buy back what was sold off and had them pay me extra for what couldn't be bought back. My uncle introduced me to a good lawyer who took care of things smoothly for me. But by then, we started finding out that Karen had been stealing from other houses as well. It was estimated that she had stolen tens of thousands of dollars worth of goods, and including all the legal fees, she probably ended up owing over $100,000. Karen's husband couldn't handle those damages and had her sign the divorce papers and fled on her. And her parents ended up having to pay for most of the costs, so they went deep into debt after borrowing money from various places to pay everyone back. Her husband took custody of their daughter, who was still in preschool. I heard that during her interrogation, Karen had said something like, "Oh, I was so close!" I wonder what she was so close to achieving, but she probably meant that she was so close from getting away from everything because she was almost out of the neighborhood for good. Hasn't she heard not to cast dirt into the well that gives you water? Well, I just hope that I never get caught up in anything like that again.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.